If you are building a new construction home, there are a lot of different stages during the construction process. And stage one is exactly this, foundation complete. But there's a lot of steps that go into getting here, and there's a lot of different processes that have to happen along the way. So in today's video, we're gonna take a look at what it takes to get to stage one of new construction and how that foundation gets completed, and you get stage one sign off. So let's get into it. What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Build with Eric. Like I said, today we're digging into how we get to foundation complete and we sign off on stage one, but standing on a completed foundation isn't going to show you anything about the process, so let's go over and look at some foundations that are in the preparatory phase and take a look at exactly how we start the process so that we can end up right here. Let's go. All right, so now we're standing in front of a foundation that is in the prep phase. One of the most important things to note is that the foundation type, depth, form set, and all the beams are going to be determined by an engineer well before your home is ready to even start construction or start prepping the foundation. This is done by using soil tests that are done early on in the process and are going to allow the engineers to determine exactly how deep the beams need to be and all of the other things that go into setting a form so that you can have a proper foundation once the concrete is poured. After that, the concrete company is going to have form setters come in and set all of the wood forms around the perimeter of the entire foundation. This is going to be surveyed and laid out to make sure that everything's in the right spot. The survey company will come out and do a form survey, and this will allow the builder to make sure that your form is set in the proper position and that everything is based on the plot plan that was shown to you during your pre-construction meeting. Next, as you can see behind me, there's going to be plumbing undergrounds put in by the plumbing company. At this step in the process, all of the things that go in the foundation or underground are going to be put in so that they can be measured and verified to make sure they're in the right spots. They're also going to set any shower boxes or tub boxes for plumbing and drains, as well as make sure that any electrical plugs, floor plugs, or conduits are run in the foundation to make sure that they're there before the concrete's poured and verified and measured every single time. One thing you'll notice during the process is that a portion of the front of the forms is not put in at this stage. That's so that they can get equipment in to dig the plumbing, dig the beams, and run the cables at that point in time. A lot of people ask this question, why isn't the form set completely done? And that's the reason. They have to be able to get machinery in here to complete all of their tasks before they finish setting the forms and get ready to pour concrete. Once all of the plumbing's in, your builder will come and verify that everything is correct, and they'll be ready to move on to the beams. Now, we can't see that here because the beams haven't been done yet, so let's jump over to another foundation and take a look at what it looks like when the beams are cut and they move on to putting the floor plugs in and prepping the foundation for the concrete pour. Let's go. All right, so now we're sitting in front of a foundation that is ready to be poured. This has been inspected by the engineer, and as you can see, they've cut beams. Let me show you. They've cut the beams and they've run the post-tension cables, as well as verified all of the plumbing, run the floor plugs, which run through the beams generally, and the conduits that are required for electrical work. After the engineer inspects it, that ensures that everything is in the right spot, the beams are cut to proper depths, the forms and form set is clear of debris and any liquids or water, and the engineer will return to be on site the morning of the pour. That way they can verify all of the conditions are right before they start pumping concrete. They will also work to determine the proper mix and water ratio for the type of concrete that's being poured based on the temperature, humidity level, and other factors that they consider to make sure you get properly poured concrete. One other thing you'll notice at this point is that the form is completely sealed. The spot that was left open is filled in, and they've got supports all around the foundation to support the weight of the concrete as they start the pour. So that pretty much sums up the way that a foundation goes from just a form set to ready to pour to the concrete pour. Join me in next week's video where we explore stage 2, which is framing complete. Thanks for watching. If you got any value from this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Comment down below if you've got any questions on the concrete construction process, or let me know how they do it in your area. This is how they do it in Texas, and it can be done differently everywhere, so let me know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.